Hey everybody, today's words to live by are: whatever the source of such quantum change, humanity is capable of finding profound joy in the midst of crisis and entirely new life in the belly of despair. So, this quote is for everybody that has felt at their lowest point of their life and in the belly of despair and thinking that, how am I going to get out of this? And I see no way forward, so all of the negative things that enter into our minds. The quote is from William R. Miller in the book Quantum Change, and you can see all the yellow sticky notes because I do use it quite a bit and refer to it quite a bit. But it's this notion of quantum change where these events and experiences in your life happen that forever change you. They're extremely vivid, and once they happen, then you are forever changed, and you never look back. You're never the same person. They're that vivid and that important in the path of your life. And so what that book taught me was to how to reframe when a crisis is happening, either inside myself or externally, and it's impacting me. How do I reframe a crisis to be able to see my way out of it, but then also understand that if I can get through the hardest times or the hardest things in my life, if I can get through it, then there's profound joy on the other side, and it would forever mark part of my journey and provide me strength in the meantime. So a couple examples of this that have happened to me, even though I didn't know it at the time, but when I was 11 years old, my older brother passed away. He was 18, and it was a terrible tragedy, and it was difficult on our family and difficult on a lot of people around our town. And, I found myself sort of unknowingly in the belly of despair, because it's like, what do you do? I'm 11 years old, and this is how the world works, and kind of how I'm experiencing it, and it doesn't seem fair. And sort of you go through all of the different machinations in your mind to sort of try to understand it, but you're 11 and you can't. And so what I didn't know at the time was that I was in the midst of starting to reframe that and to sort of say, okay, this is going to be used as a jump start, because one, I don't know how long I'm going to be here for, and two, if this is what life is, I better get off my butt and do some things that bring me a lot of joy. And so that's what I did, and that was actually probably the event to to catapult me into a tennis career, and then eventually a business career, and all the things that sort of followed onto that. As an adult, I found myself, right back down, sort of the lowest of the low, as I was recovering from alcoholism. And I've written quite a bit about that on various publications. But for anybody that has struggled through addiction, it is terrible, and you feel like there is absolutely no solution. And it's despair that only people who have been there can sort of understand. And I think I had the luxury of having found this book at that point 8 years ago, and I tried to sort of recognize the challenges that I had as another catapult. In other words, if I can do the work on myself, if I can understand what was happening inside of me, if I can understand some of the external situations that I put myself in that weren't good for me, if I can understand these things and get through them, like, man, the sky is the limit. I have the possibility to do whatever I can do in my life because I've gotten through the hardest thing. And so it was these words, this quote, that sort of taught me how to find profound joy, or the potential for profound joy, in the midst of some pretty serious crisis. So I hope you found sort of this quote and this little nugget helpful. But obviously, it's the hardest thing to sort of be in the belly of despair and sort of see, oh, there's joy on the other side. And I'm here to tell you that there can be, and there is. So I hope this is helpful to somebody. And if you liked this, please hit the like button and or the subscribe button. And I will see you all again very soon. Thanks.